And here we are. It's been a very long time since we've done one of these, or at least I've done a video. A couple weeks now that 2 or 3 weeks that I've done a video with commentary here. Looking at the views I got on the video I posted, not sure if you guys watched or not, no matter. This is Elder Scrolls Online. This is the beginning of the tutorial area. As you can see here, I'm a dark elf character here. Now it's a little hard to see with all the smoke and such here. The character build I'm going to be going for here is
how do you feel?
It's a Nightblade class. Haven't decided yet if I want to do medium armor or light armor. I think my primary weapon will be in the bow,
you've been
and then I'll be using
thank you. I am a prisoner in this place. Yet you must rescue me, and I in turn must rescue you.
That's my physical weapon.
You must escape from this cell, take up arms, and protect yourself.
Sorry if I kind of
then find Lilith's Titanborn.
But exposition and all of that. So this is I've actually been waiting for the software I use to be compatible with this game. It seems that they've actually improved how the video recorder actually works with this game. Over the last video it's actually kind of nice, but we'll wait and see here until we actually get out into a larger area. The area I'm in, this is Coal Harbor. This is the Daedric Prince's Molag Balls, Plane of Oblivion. Little backstory of how we got here.
Don't be greedy.
Our character was sacrificed by a necromancer. I'm sure if you guys have played through Oblivion, the Mage's Guild quest, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You were sacrificed by a necromancer named Manomark. Now this guy is pretty much infamous for being a complete asshole in the Elder Scrolls series. So it'll be interesting to get to the end game content. Let's see, for now, since they don't give me a bow here in the starting area, I'll just take the sword. Now, this is an MMO, and I know that some of you guys out there really don't like these kind of games. Another thing is that this game has a subscription fee, which I know that's probably a big turnoff for a lot of you guys. But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy the game either way here.
Don't stop now. Keep moving.
This
More
game,
guards are on the way.
I am very impressed with how well they
Don't stop now. Keep moving.
made it feel like an actual Elder Scrolls game versus just MMO.
Like you, I am escaping this place. But since I have been here for some time, the Tall One asked me to help the newer prisoners.
Now, I know the character animations here for talking isn't quite on par with like Skyrim or Oblivion or anything. But, you know, the little details like that, that's just you can look over. The actual game itself, it does look pretty nice. I'll just kind of skip over the little details here, just so we can get to the action. But, as I was saying, just for the sake of having a smoother frame rate, I actually have the graphics set, at least the texture quality on medium. So it looks a little bit grainier than
any indecision becomes decision.
As you notice there, the combat here is a little bit different than what you guys are probably used to in Skyrim. But different
Another enemy blocks
isn't
the path.
necessarily bad.
Dispatch it quickly.
As you notice, there are some attacks that lock on. The arrows. That's one of the biggest complaints people have about this game is how archery works in this game. Unlike in Skyrim where you had to adjust for distance and all this other stuff, pretty much you just have to shoot in the general vicinity of your target.
You got more meat on your bones than a fellow prisoner. The name's...
You have
told you to find me?
to be within a range for it to work.
That sounds like the Prophet, all right. Break him out, of course.
But
these tunnels will eventually... Sure you do. He's a strange one. We're obviously...
It's really
once we rescue
not
the
that
Prophet...
bad. For the hardcore Elder Scrolls fans, that is a bad thing. But to me, it doesn't really detract from how the game feels in general.
We made it.
As you can see here, they love capturing the typical Elder Scrolls notion here. Walk through the door and I'll get out into a large area.
Come. The sentinels are at the top of those towers. We need to find a way up. Magical comms, I have no idea.
Alright. Now that we're in the main area here. This is just gonna be looking for some hidden chests around here. As you can see here, we got some fire astronauts. Or sabatons. How do you say that? I'm not gonna worry about putting on the heavy armor. Like I said, I want to stick with a medium or light. Maybe a mixture of both. Now in this tutorial, well, this is pretty much a tutorial area. You can level up only to a certain point, which to me that's no. Because I mean, if you wanted to, you could probably spend the time fighting all these level 1 enemies to where you can get up to the max levels, which I mean that'll take a very, very long time. But they have a play so that people can avoid that exploitation. Oh, good, it's one hand. At least I can duel. I found some later. So that's nice. Now they do have items that you can pick up off the ground, like weapons and such. They have zero value to them though. So if you think just picking everything up off around the environment is gonna give you some easy money, you're gonna be in for a not so nice surprise. Though it's really not that hard to get money in this game. There is so many, whether it's crafting armor and weapons to sell, which crafting in general is a good idea to do in this game from the start, just because it boosts those skills and that's another way you can make money is some people will actually use gold to make them armor if they like a certain style and they don't have access to it. There's a lot of different things going on in this game that really make it feel makes it from an Elder Scrolls game, but at the same time it feels like Elder Scrolls. Right now I'm just working on getting myself up to that level cap that I can go to before leaving the area. Which it is level 4. You can go up to level 4 here. It may not seem like a whole lot to you guys, but that's because you have skills in this game, which is kind of a new thing from previous Elder Scrolls. To me, I really like the skill system here, because besides just using your whatever weapons you have equipped, you can also use these skills. They're pretty much like hotkeyed abilities from Skyrim that you can use more than once in a day. And they also feel like a mixture with spells, because some use magic, depending on the kind of skill it is, or they use stamina. So it's a nice variety, and it really helps to put a flow into combat and give you an edge in combat, because they have abilities where you can charge at targets from a distance and stun them, and then after that you have a group of enemies that surround you who have skills that you can attack multiple enemies around you at once. So I mean, it's nice for different situations of combat. Now the Nightblade class, pretty much its class, at least from the first few skills that I've seen of it, is for taking down already damaged enemies and pretty much in one fell swoop. Pretty much an assassin type of class. One thing that I like about the veteran armor for this class for the Dark Elves is they look like the Ordinators, which that just looks pretty sweet. If you look up what that armor looks like, it just looks pretty nice. Sometimes I kind of like in Skyrim, I switch between person, but I noticed for this game I typically like to stick to first person most of the time, just because how they always show the game is from the third person perspective, and it does look different to me, at least in my opinion, go into first person. Just a different perspective that just makes the game look a lot neater. Now these enemies are really easy, so there is no difficulty level settings change, so that's another thing you gotta keep in mind. Community, I have seen people mention mods and such in chat before, and yes, there is a ongoing chat when you get into the main areas. In this tutorial area here, nobody really talks. Kind of interesting. You'll see what I mean when we get out to the main area here. If you do what I'm doing here and take your time in the tutorial section, it takes about half an hour, I would say, to really find all the little hidden things that you can find. If you really want to, you can spend time and actually keep grinding through the different flame atronachs and such to find different items that they sometimes drop. I mean, it's totally possible to find enchanted armor or something off of these guys. Probably not going to use any skill points yet. I'll wait until I get to the level cap, and then I'll show you guys what's going on with how the skills and such look. The actual leveling up, it's like Skyrim. That's pretty much how it is. It's just like Skyrim. Every time you level up, you can boost either your health, stamina, or magic, and then you get a skill point. Which the skill points is like in Skyrim for your blacksmithing skills or whatever. Except this time you actually have, you don't just have passive skills, I should say. I apologize if the sound quality is a little different than usual. That's because I'm using the open a laptop for now. Apologize if it sounds a little annoying to you guys. Yeah, I just kind of run around, pretty much checking that I have everything. It's not every time enemies drop loot for you to it's kind of nice whenever they do have loot on them that they drop. They have this yellow aura that around them that lets you know that there is loot there for you to get or to pick up. Now, in terms of difficulty of this game, it varies. I know a lot of people say the game's probably too easy, but it's more, if you do it right, the game itself, it's challenging, but it's not overtly difficult like Hardened or Legendary in Skyrim. It's not that difficult. In the way they have area or the maps figured out is they have level zones, which pretty much you can figure out what level zone you're in by the level enemies that you find in there, the quests that you find in there. They pretty much let you know what area you're in, and think of it like in Borderlands, the first one. That's pretty much how the terrain is. You can find enemies in certain parts, weaker enemies in other areas, and you pretty much just kind of follow along the quests, and pretty much you stay within your level range. Now, if you really want to challenge, they do have public dungeons or group dungeons where the enemies actually are boosted in their attack strength, health, and defense and such. So if you really want to have a very tough challenge, try to solo one of those. But for the group dungeons, which I'll be able to show you guys what that symbol is. It looks like a stone door with a plus by it, or in it. Those are dungeons that you really don't want to do unless you have a group of people. Now, you can skip over those dungeons just fine and have no issues with the map section you're in. It's totally doable. Pretty much they're just there for extra fun. You can usually find rarer loot in there. at that, enchanted gear. Yeah, you can find rare loot in the dungeons. You can find all kinds of things in there. Bosses that you can go back, no matter what level you are, to keep finding new and better loot. As you can see, in the actual inventory screen, it's a little bit different than in Skyrim. If you notice down here, it says inventory space. No longer do you have to worry about weight of items. Most items in this game do stack, and so the stack only takes up one space, as you can see here with the worms, lockpicks, crawlers. Those are stackable items. Potions are stackable and all that good stuff. This is when you pick up loot, because weapons and armor, they don't stack. They each take up an individual space. Now they do have back different shopkeepers located pretty much in the general major town. So all you need is to have the gold to purchase the upgrades, and they increases your inventory. And I'm sure, as you guys know, I don't have an arrow count. That's one of the I like most about the archery in this game, is you have infinite arrows. Honestly, in Skyrim, it got a little keeping track of how strong your arrows and bows and such was when you were mix matching stuff. Level 3. Okay,
the door's boarded. We'll never get in this way. Damn it. Destroying the Sentinel must have triggered these wards. We'll need to find another way in. Cadwell is the oldest of the Soul Shriven. Cadwell sees things as...
I love this guy. This guy's just entertaining.
Hello, what's this? Out for a stroll?
John Cleese.
Lovely day for it. Sir Cadwell, yes, indeed.
I just love how John Cleese is in this game. When I first started this, when I first tried out the beta that they had going on, I really was overjoyed to hear John.
Oh dear. Well, inconvenient, isn't it? Tell you what, I happen to know another way.
Just another
much more of a
great voice that's been included in the Elder Scrolls series so far.
Nasty beasties filling up the pit rather cautiously. Follow the river. You'll find... Best of luck. Do check in.
Alright. Now you do have sneak damage still, so that's always fun. I always like to start off with a sneak attack with the bows. And I am at level cap. Awesome. Which means now we can fast track our way out of here. That's done. Oh, another thing about this game is that you can choose between 3 factions. If you guys buy the regular game, the normal version, they have 2 different versions that you can upgrade your game to. I don't know the names of them. they have a, I think it was like the Explorers Edition, I want to say. I think that was for pre-ordering the game. Okay, yeah, that was for pre-ordering the game. But you can upgrade your game to the Imperial Edition, which you get a bunch of different things for upgrading to that. And then you can choose any race with any alliance. But to me, that really wasn't too big of a deal. I really didn't care much for that. I don't really care about that. But in the 3 factions, you have the Ebonheart Pact, which is the Nords, the Dark Elves, and the Argonians. A very unlikely bunch right now. The next one we have is the Aldmeri Dominion. That encompasses the High Elves, the Bosmer, which are the Wood Elves, and the Khajiit. And then last, we have the Daggerfall Covenant, which is the Bretons, Red Guards, and Orcs. Now, in the regular version, those, you can choose whatever faction you want, but you gotta stick with whatever race is in that faction. Now, this doesn't mean that you can never faction with the character if you have the regular edition. Because one of the things that I'm looking forward to most with my primary character is that when you beat the game's main content through the main quest and such, you actually can go into another faction's area. You can join up with another faction. So, theoretically, you can actually go to all 3 the same character. Those traps are, there's nothing else I can describe them as other than annoying. Pretty sure there's another chest around here somewhere that I can loot from, but I think I'm done wasting your guys' time with that.
The Prophet's Cage should be just ahead. Haven't much time. The good news is we made it here in one piece.
Yep.
Probably leave me out. There are magical locking devices.
I'm just going to kind of glance through the dialogue here a little bit. And it is only the tutorial stuff. Not a whole lot of interesting things going on.
I give myself that the Prophet might be free!
This part just sounds so hokey to me. I'm sure they were really restricted what kind of dialogue they could actually use for this, but that still just sounds really cheesy.
Thank the divines you are safe. There is that at least. There sacrificed everything that we might go free. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. I wish that were possible. That is the name. That is what I be anchors on.
Yes. Alright, we're almost done here, I promise. Cold Harbor is a kind of interesting place. Because as you can pretty much see, it's like a steampunk kind of environment. Kind of interesting. Alright.
face
right.
of pain. The souls of the damned are my weapons. You will know eons of suffering.
Yeah.
Protect you.
Child of bones. Yes. This boss is really easy. You just gotta keep moving around. That's all.
The dark anchor's is high above us. I will prepare a spell to lift us to it. A shard of ethereal.
Yep. Let's go, Prophet. Let's get things going here.
Shard of Aetherius, fall upon us now and anoint us with your blessing. There, quickly, collect the sky shard.
Sky shards are kinda nice. Sorry.
Great Akatosh,
Sky
dragon
shards,
god of
they're
time,
little
your
collectible
children are
things
lost
that you
in the
can
fog
find throughout the
between
maps.
worlds. They cry out for mercy.
Every 3 sky shards
Hear
you
my
collect,
voice,
you get a skill
Akatosh.
point. So it's
I
kind of nice,
require
extra
your
skill points
strength.
to either upgrade or
Let the way be
unlock new
opened.
skills.
Let these wandering souls return home. Let the will of Moloch Baal be denied. Hurry! We must go now!
Yes. Alright done. Smaller of the 2 islands that make up Somerset Isle. So, for all of you Elder Scrolls fans out there, you know what that means. I decided to go through the Old Mary Dominion.
The vestige awakens once
For this
again.
character.
Come here. We must speak.
Pretty. I actually really like this area, just because you see a lot of neat terrain. Just want to take something different. Yeah, as you, I'm very much into the looting kind of mood. I just kind of automatically started searching around for things. For chests and trunks and such. Let's see. Bookshelves are nice because, you can find books that increase your skills. So whenever you find bookshelves, it's a good idea to read through them or to interact with them. One thing that's kind of neat is the books that you find around here that have a purple hue around them. Those are called war books, and those are books when you interact with them
As I
get added
feared,
into
we
your
arrived in different locations. I am in a city near the days. I'm afraid I cannot foresee that. Be wary, vestige.
Yeah, I don't know why they made his voice change for that. Okay, time to level up a little bit. Alright, for this guy... In fact, I'm gonna take a look at the skills first here. Alright. So we have some different things here. We have an assassination class to go through. All these are about doing massive amounts of damage to damaged targets. Like the Assassin's Blade here. When targets are low in health, the attack does an additional 300% damage. That's a lot of damage. which that pretty much kicks in when the enemy's down to like their last third of health. This is a neat strike. You teleport to your target and attack them. Not sure what this one is. Okay, it's kind of nice. Target for death, and all that. Shadow. Gives player invisibility for 2.5 seconds. Strife deals 31 damage. Heals player for 25% of the damage inflicted every 2 seconds for 10 seconds. It's a good way to heal. Now they also have the different weapon skills that you can go into. So for me, bow. Poison arrow is a good one, and I love volley. That one, there's a nice little pretty much it's a rain of arrows on a perimeter. Then besides your abilities that you can hotkey, which those get put down here, you also have passive abilities that work all the time. Now you also have skills for the different armors. You have world skills, which pretty much soul magic, which you already start off with soul trap. That's very nice because in this game you actually use soul gems to pretty much resurrect your character, besides charging enchanted weapons and armor. Well, I should say enchanted weapons. Enchanted armor, they always have their effects, so that's nice. And then you have all the crafting skills. You have alchemy, so potion making, and you have blacksmithing, which is working with heavy armor or crafting weapons. You have clothing, which is light and medium armor. Enchanting, you can make your own enchantments. Provisioning, cooking, and cooking. And woodworking, which you can use. Woodworking is for making bows and shields. Alright, definitely gonna have to have that. I think I'm gonna have that as well. And let's see. Definitely gonna do volley. Yeah, we'll do poison as well. Why not? Alright. Time to show you the map. Alright, so this is the town that we start off in. Dedication shrine. I'm gonna have to check that out. But here we are down here in Volkel Guard, whatever that is. As you can see here, this map is a little big. The time it'll take me to run from one end all the way up here, probably 5-10 minutes of straight up running. So it's kind of nice having a large type map. But the area I'm trying to get to is Canarthy's Roost down here. This is the next starter area, or the first starter area. From here we actually go to this is the next area. And then we go into Broadwood, and then Greenshade, and then Malabator, Reaper's March, and then that takes care of the Old Mary Dominions area. Being quick. East March Rift. Yep, as you can see, you guys know what East March and the Rift is. We have Stone Falls, that's part of mainland Morrowind, as you kind of see here. The starter area for the Ebonheart Pact is Bleak Rock Isle. As you can see here, it's southeast of Solstheim, if I pronounce that right. Got a couple areas here. I think this area kind of goes into Black Marsh. But as you notice, Cyrodiil's a little small here. Usually you have a chunk that goes all the way out to here. So you got Anvil should be right. I think it was either around here, maybe up here. Pretty sure it was down here. And then you got Leyawind should be around this area. Surprisingly, they don't show the river channel that actually goes up into here. It's kind of weird. Cyrodiil. This is the PvP area, or the player versus player, if you guys are familiar with that term. This is a gargantuan map. Pretty much take a triangle that covers most of Skyrim, and that's the size of this place. It is gigantic. In fact, to start from one of the starting areas for the Dominion, which is down here, to run to this fort takes about 15 minutes of running. That is a lot of time. And looking at the actual size of the map, it takes you a long time to get all the way up here. It takes a long time. So we got some nice things coming up at some point. Let's see. Yep. Let's get our armor out of here. Got some medium armor. We got a new bow. So that can actually be put into the junk pile. Got a recipe for food. One of the nice things about this game as well is you can have up to 8 characters that you can create. They have a bank where you can actually store items for all of your characters that they can access. We shall head into town here and
Out of trouble. So many visitors, so little time.
alright, let's see. Bank here. Yeah, and I don't know why, but they have skills that just randomly increase. Randomly level up. And to me, I don't mind. And that's just less work I have to do in the long run. And it's nice, all the locations you can discover in this game give you a small experience reward. If I'm sure you noticed that ray of light beaming up from there on that balcony. That's a location of a sky shard. Usually see those when you're near a sky shard that you haven't discovered or interacted with yet. Alright, let's take a look at that. I'm a little lost already. Oh. It's the big building over here.
Than this.
Let's see here. Oh. It's in here. Yeah, we got a lot of people here. Put some trunk. Yeah, we got a lot of players. Usually find all kinds of in the bank. So it really gets crowded in here. Hopefully, though, you don't have to worry about getting stuck on other players, because you can easily just pass through them.
Ariel knows I'm here to serve.
Alright, so this is my bank I have here. I have it upgraded to hold 80 different items. And pretty much all I have in here is materials. And that's kind of what I recommend that you use them for. Is to store materials and such. Works time. Alright. Yeah, we have all manner of things going on in there. Let's see, materials, I can deposit that. I kind of have tasks delegated to my different. I think I'll end this video a little short for you guys. Kind of give you guys a little rundown of this game so far. Good part 1. Ooh. That'll be something to come to at a later date. That imposing looking thing over there. But for now, we got things started off here. We gotta get a look into Elder Scrolls Online. Hope you guys enjoyed this little look at how this game is. If this is popular enough. But for now, I'll see you guys later. I'll try to get videos out to you guys when I can. Things are really picking up in the good old college semester, so can't promise on a regular flow of videos, not like I could during the summer, but there will be content here for you guys, so just keep an eye out. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.